Sunday morning, out the door we go. Kissed mama goodbye. I ain't kissing him goodbye. That ain't happening.
Why not?
No. Sorry, boy. Have a good week.
You too, man.
Time to go to work. Got a beautiful day. We're gonna go up to the yard. I got a bobtail up to the yard. We found out that KBD has been bought out. And the owner of the new company, Anderson Haulage or ATS, they are going to be at the yard this morning at 10 o'clock to meet everybody, answer questions, this and that. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to head up to the yard and I don't know, oh, it's windy. Going to meet the new people, I guess. Any questions I have, they're willing to answer, so I think we're going to do that and throw some questions at them. Who knows? There's a new era for this company. This company's been owned by Bruce and Pam for 30 years. So I don't know. They sold it. I know that Bruce is looking to retire, but they assured us nothing's going to change. Everything's going to stay the same. It's always going to be KBD on the door, and it's always going to be. But you know, oh, sorry about the wind, guys. It's I'm a little apprehensive. You know, I came here because this is where I wanted to wind my career down. I didn't want to come and have to, you know, find out the company's getting bought out by a bigger company and they're going to change things and, you know, maybe not the way I like them or the way that, you know, the way they are. I don't know. I'm blah, blah, blah. I'm a bit scatterbrained because I don't know what to expect. I personally like to, when I go into a situation, I like to know as much as I possibly can. That's just the way I am. And in this case here, I don't know jack. So I'm going to go meet these new people and talk to them. And I think the girl here, she's all warmed up enough. So we're going to get the hell out of here. And let's go do this. It's 91 miles from here to the yard. So it's about an hour and a half. I don't have to stop for coffee. Dar made coffee for me. So let's get up there and let's see what they got to say.
I love the appeal of chrome, smoke, and steel. Wheel burner express. Mash down on the throttle, I'm lightning in a bottle. Wheel burner express. Climb on up inside and enjoy the ride. Wheel burner express.
I'm always apprehensive when I have to meet new people. Not that I'm afraid of meeting new people. Especially when it comes to doing business. I'll be at the yard in about 4 or 5 minutes here, and I got to meet the new ownership of the company that bought KBD. And it's not what I want to say. Like I've jotted some notes and some things of what I would like to ask them. You know, of things that are going to change, are certain things going to stay the same? Obviously, it's a bigger company than ours, so we're being absorbed into them. You know, so I do have some questions that I want to ask, and it's not so much what I want to say, it's how the fuck to say it. That's always been my biggest, I guess, downfall, or my biggest challenge when it comes to doing business. And it's weird because when I walk into a bank and I'm doing business with a bank or financing or something like that, I don't have that issue. That's not an issue I have. For some reason, I can put on a jacket and a tie and I can go in and do business. But when it comes to stuff like this, well, I don't know. I've kind of got like butterflies, just some butterflies going. Not that I'm sitting there thinking I don't have any of the feelings of, oh, are they gonna like me? I don't give a fuck. Don't give a shit. If this doesn't work out, like I can move my truck like that. That's not an issue. I can, you know, I can shut it down on a Friday here and be working again somewhere else on Monday. I really, really don't want to. I don't want to. You know, I can shut this whole operation down. I could if I want to, I'll just sell the truck and retire. Again, I don't want to though. So I'm not worried about, oh, are they going to like me, or is this going to be an issue? That's not a problem. No, like I said, my biggest thing is I would like some straight answers. You know, you always go into certain conversations and you know that obviously the owner of the the owner of the company, you obviously know that this guy's probably going to have a plan of, you know, 25 pre-selected answers of all the questions he thinks he's going to get. Now, is he blowing smoke? Is he telling the truth? I won't know until I shake his hand. You know, once I start talking to him and I can go one-on-one with him, I'm a really good judge of character. I can peg you in about fucking 7 seconds. Whether you're a snake, whether you're a weasel, or whether you're a stand-up guy, whether you've got whatever. But I can usually do that. It doesn't take me long to get your number. So I'm kind of hoping I get that chance here to, you know, get him alone. That's the other thing. There's going to be like probably 30 other drivers swarming around and this and that. The yard's going to be busy this morning. Besides, it's Sunday morning and most of our fleet leaves on Sundays. So be curious to see how this is going to go. And we're just I'm just getting ready to pull into the yard here now. Curiosity. I'm not anxious, but I'm very apprehensive. I don't know the words. Curious. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. I'm curious. I did do some research on the new company. I did the research that I could do, and then had somebody else pull some other information and background on them to kind of dig a little deeper. So we'll see how that turns out. Doesn't look. I'm just driving up to the gate here. It doesn't look like it's overly busy here. That's kind of good. Maybe the poor bastards. He's not going to have 75 people crowning him with questions. So anyway, I'll get back to you in a bit. Let's go in and see what we got set up here, or see what they got set up here. Hope they got coffee. The new owner better have at least brought coffee. Okay, so we had the meeting. Some answers I got, some answers I didn't. Some I'll take on faith. I don't do well with that, but I like solid. I like black and white. I don't like gray area. So the important questions I got, obviously, you know, most of it involving dollars and cents, right? That is, you know, what I wanted to get. I have my business set up and structured to run and operate a specific way, and it fits nicely into the way that KVD runs their business and operates their business. So for me to work for them and to put their name on my door, it really works well for me. And I'd like to think it works well for KVD as well. You know, the more money I make, the more money KVD makes. So I'm kind of hoping that you know, it stays the same. And I got some of the answers. For the most part, it looks like the new company is going to run KVD. It's going to be there because they bought the authorities. They bought everything, right? So we're still running under KVD's authorities. We're still running under. The only thing that we will have to switch will be the insurance. Now that doesn't have anything to do with me because I don't pay for insurance. In order for the other company, Anderson, to absorb us, though, in Ontario, being registered out of Ontario, Canada, the plates have to be switched over to Anderson,
and we will have to go on their insurance policy. But again, there's no bearing to me, or it makes no difference to me. I pay $100 a week for insurance, so I really don't care. And if it's coming from a bigger company, that may even drop, because they got a better insurance rate. But other than that, the owner of the company specifically said they are going to run us as a separate entity. All the same people are here. All of our office people are here. KBD is going to run as KBD, just owned by Anderson or ATS, which suits me fine. As long as nothing changes. They said, no, there might be a couple of slight changes. We're going to have to move our yard. They didn't buy the property in our yard from Bruce and Pam, so our yard is going to move from Iroquois, Ontario, down to Brockville, Ontario, which is fine with me because it's 25 miles closer to my house. I'm good with that. But a couple other little things might change, but I think they might actually benefit me. They use different fuel cards than KBD uses. So instead of canceling ours, they're just going to give us a couple more fuel cards, so we have access to different types of fuel, or different other fueling. Gives us other fueling options. Again, I got no problem with that. The one thing I really do like is all of their yards have on-site fueling. They buy it in bulk, whereas KBD buys it in rack. So they will actually have be able to present to us a better, as long as we fuel in the yard, they can present to us a better price per liter than, say, for example, I'm getting right now, because I still have to go to, I have to take KBD's fuel card and go to Prescott and get fuel, where I'm doing right now. Now I get a heavy discount, but if I can get it from the yard per se, and I'm not having to go there and get here and get fuel, I'll actually get a better price, because, like I said, they buy it in bulk. This way here, KBD buys it in rack. So even though I get a good price, I'll probably get a better price on fuel. So hey, that's a good thing. I got no problem with that either. But aside from a couple little tweaks and twerks, it sounds like Mr. Anderson, the guy that that owns the company, it sounds like he's going to leave us alone. We are a profitable company. The company is actually very profitable. So why fuck with it, right? Why would you fuck with that? I wouldn't fuck with it, and it doesn't look like they have any interest in fucking with it. They want to make money, right? So if they got something that's profitable and they just bought it because it's profitable, why would you screw with it? So hopefully that's the thinking and the mentality the new ownership has, and they'll leave it alone. So anyway, I'm gonna jump in here in Prescott. I'm gonna throw a jag of fuel on, and I'm going to Elyria, Ohio, and then I've got a reload in Fremont, Ohio. So I should be able to be down there tonight, offload, reload tomorrow, probably be back up here tomorrow night. Don't know where that's gonna go, but see what else is going on. We'll throw some more stuff at you down the road here. We're 12 or 13 minutes into this video, and I haven't gone anywhere. I've just gone to the yard. Now I'm getting fuel. Exciting, eh? Anyway, we'll see you in a bit. Wow, welcome back. Look how blue that sky is. Isn't that beautiful? Well, I'm on the 90, eastbound on the 90. Westbound on the 90. It's beyond me, again, I think I've said this before, that this is a fucking toll road. I'm paying to drive on it, and it's literally rattling parts loose off the fucking truck. It's so bad in places. If I want to lose parts off my truck, I can run across 69 in Michigan and do that for free. But you would think for a road that generates millions and millions of dollars per day, that this highway would be in better condition. Just saying. Anybody for New York State Authority, Toll Authority, or whatever the fuck you call these people, anybody watching this, think about that. If you're gonna charge me for something, at least fuck at least make it worth my while. But anyway, I got a couple of friends of mine. Both of them are younger guys. Both of them come into the business. One of them's been in about 5 or 6 years. Started as a company driver, became an owner-operator. Lasted a year. Got back out. Went back to being a company driver. Just being an owner-operator wasn't for him. It just wasn't for him. You know, the stresses and just the daily grind of what's on your mind as an owner-operator. He just decided, you know what, this is not for me, and I'll go back to being a company driver, and you know what, then I don't have to worry about it when that check engine light comes on. I just dial 1-800, come fix my shit, and it's somebody else's problem, not his. And that was probably the right call for him. But on the other hand, I've got this other friend of mine come into the business, or came back into the business after an absence, and has decided he doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want to do this. The trucking life or the trucking world is not for him. Whether it be, you know, the way we're paid, the hours of service, you know, how many hours a week we have to work, what the company's expectations of us are. It's just not there. And I think anybody coming into this industry, anybody, should have a really good idea or a heads up of what the hell you're getting into. This business, or this industry, not so much the business, but this industry is not for everybody. You know, you're not going to come in and do OTR and work Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. And if you do, you're going to have whatever company you're driving for, you're going to have them climbing all over you, and they're going to get rid of you. You know, I drive into the night. I drive early in the morning. I drive through the day. I sleep in the day. You know, this is just what it takes to get the job done. You know, and this is what I'm committed to, and this is what I've decided to do with my life, and I've made a career out of this. A lot of the new people coming in here, they either they don't research it well enough, and you know, find out the hard truth of what they're getting into, or they just do, oh, I can do this and do it my way, and it'll work out, and throw caution to the wind and go, oh, fuck it, and I'll do it anyway. Don't do that. I don't advise you do that. If you're thinking of coming into this business or getting into this business, research the shit out of it. Research the company that you're working for, or you're looking at working for. What are their lanes? What are their, you know, talk to their drivers. You know, how many days off do you get? You know, this week here, I rolled in the door. I had almost 36. Almost to the hour. I was like 37 and a half hours, and I rolled. Out the door I went. A lot of people don't like that. You know, if you're out for a week, you'd like to have at least 2 full days off. That's 48 hours. And it doesn't always happen. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. If you're out for 2 or 3 weeks, you'd like to come home and be able to take 2 or 3 days off. Sometimes, you know, I've gone out for 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I've been out for 4 weeks, come home, had 2.5 days off, like not even 60 hours. I was home for 60 hours and then gone again. And, you know, that's what you got to be committed to. I feel bad. I feel bad for young guys, girls, or anybody, never mind young people, but just anybody. Hold on, we got waivers. There we go. Anybody coming into this business and they're thinking, oh, this is going to be easy, because it's not. This is not an easy choice to make, and it's not an easy career. This is a lifestyle. That's what this is. That's the easiest way for me to tell you. This is not a career, so it'll turn into a career once you've been here long enough. But this is a lifestyle, and you're going to have to get used to it. And those are the cold, hard facts, because this industry is not changing for you, me, or anybody else. This is what it is. Sorry, I had to take a phone call. It was important.
But what the hell was I talking about? Lifestyle. This is a lifestyle. Your life is going to change in a whole new style. That's all I can say about it. I think more importantly for yourself, but also for your family. If you're, let's just do it in two stages. If you're a young guy or girl and you're coming in, you've got a family at home, a young family at home, or even if you don't, you've just got a wife or you've got a husband at home or a partner at home, and this is what you've chosen to do, you need to be honest with them as well. Darlene knows exactly what this is all about. Darlene comes from a trucking family. She already knew. We got together, she knew. I didn't have to explain it to her. She knew Brian goes to work, and when the work's all done, Brian comes home. We try our best not to make solid dates when we come home. Why? Because 8 out of 10 times I don't make it. Years and years ago I stopped telling Dar, all right, babe, see, I should be home supper time Friday and come rolling in Saturday. We just stopped doing it. It's like, all right, I'll give her a tentative. The way it's looking, I might be home Friday, but maybe Saturday morning. If anything goes wrong or anything else happens, it'll be Saturday morning. Okay, babe, talk to you later. Simple as that. But for you guys that are new that are coming into this, especially if you've got young families, this is the hardest on the wives or the husbands. If you're a stay-at-home dad, if you're a woman out here driving and your husband's at home with young kids, this is the hardest for them. It's hard on you, but I guarantee you it's just as hard on them, because there's a partner absent and they're raising. Darlene raised our kids. I did not raise my children. I was there on weekends, a couple of weekends a month, this and that, in and out. I'll occasionally stop by the house in the middle of the week. But did I raise the kids? No. Darlene did probably about 90% of the heavy lifting, and I did 10% of it. And of course I was fortunate. Dar's always worked from home. Dar's always been self-employed herself and always worked from home for the most part. So I had an advantage. But if you've got a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad or a mom or a young kid at home, and your partner's at home, and they're raising the kid and they're working Monday to Friday 9 to 5 or trying to do shift work, or think about what that's doing to them. So in the beginning, you have to be 100% honest. You know what? Be 100% honest. Don't say, oh, this is this and this is this, and we'll get used to it. We'll work it out. There's no working it out later. More drivers have lost or given up this career because the person at home said, I can't do this anymore. Not you, the driver, out here doing it. You can do it. But the spouse at home is going, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I need you home. And there's the ultimatum, right? Either you are home, find something where you're working and you're home every night, or, me and baby or me and young one or me and kids, or we're moving back in with my mom or my dad or whatever, or we're gone. I'll get another husband that wants to be here and you can just come home and live in the basement on the weekend. Fuck, whatever. So I think a very big thing, I think one of the biggest things I'm trying to push here is be honest with yourself and know what you're getting into with this lifestyle change and this career and this industry, but also be 100% honest with your spouse. Again, I'm lucky. I've got a woman at home that knows what I'm doing. She knows this business. Yours doesn't. And even it's the same guys that are making this a second career. Guys that are coming out of, you've worked 25 years for fucking Rogers, and you've decided, you've taken the package, you walked away, you're only 50 years old. Hey, make this a second career, but your kids have grown up, they've left, but you've got a wife at home, and you're going to go take off and do this and leave your wife at home alone. A lot of lonely wives have filled their beds because the husband said to go trucking. Not saying that's what's going to happen to you, but it has happened. I know people where it's happened. That's why we have so many goddamn kids. There's no way Dar could get away with it. She couldn't sneak a fucking mouse in that house if she wanted to. I give my kids such a good deal on rent that they're never leaving. Just so I know that no other man or woman's coming into that house. I'm not being replaced. I don't know why the fuck I just went into that. Love you, baby. You know that. Anyway, this is the rant version, or the scrambled egg brain portion of this video. I think every video now we're getting a couple of clips of regular Brian, and then somewhere along the way, I get too much time by myself thinking of shit, and my brain scrambles, and then I throw it in here, and this is what you get. So this is scrambled egg afternoon. I don't know what the fuck you want to call this, but it is good advice. It is good advice, you know. It was given to me. I'm giving it to you. It's free. Anyway, I'm gonna sit here and watch the rest of this blue sky. I've still got what? I've still got 276 down to customer, so I'll be out here a while. See you in a bit.
My God, that sun is bright, eh? Look at this camera. Look at this road. I just cannot keep a camera still. Anyway, I was, the hell was I going to talk about? Oh, the weight loss challenge. So, I'm part of the weight loss challenge, right, that we got going. Me, Cordova, James Best, I think Ike Stevens. I think there's a whack of us in here trying to lose weight. And I'm down about 11 or 12 pounds. Now, that's not a whole lot. There are other guys I would imagine have lost a lot more weight than that. But the 11 pounds for me all came off of here, came right off the stomach, which is good for me because of my lower back. I've got degenerative arthritis and I've got disc problems, and I'm going to require some surgeries, but it's alleviated some of that off of there. But I'm not dropping any more weight, and one of the reasons why I'm not dropping any more weight is because when the weight loss challenge started, I started lifting weights. And I don't mean I was pounding them. I'm not by any means pounding weights, but I'm lifting weights or moving weights around at a pace where now I'm not losing any more fat weight. Any fat weight is now being replaced with muscle mass weight, and I'm noticing a difference. For example, like I said, I dropped the weight off my back, or off my belly. It compensated and helped my back, my shoulders and everything. What I'm trying to do, and what I was advised to do, was lose as much weight as you can, and then in certain areas of your body, start building muscle mass, because those muscles will compensate for the muscles that are weak. For example, like in my back and my hips and my shoulders up here and everything like that. So if you can build other muscles that can compensate or to take the stress off, then you should. And I have been. And here's a simple one. Like this is nothing heavy. This is a 15 pound weight. There's nothing to this. And just while you're driving, just eat nice and easy. Up, straight down, back down, up and down. Has it done, like, is it building huge, massive arms? No, I'm going for repetitions, right? So what's it doing? It's over the last month, it's toning. I've noticed that my arms are not necessarily getting like big and huge and bulky, but they're hard. They're tightening right up, and the muscles in there are really, really toned. And I'm doing that. I've done that now with both arms. And just from, do a set of 25 with these, go to the other arm, do 25, let this arm rest, wait a couple of minutes, do another set. Just repetition like that. And I've watched Sheila, the trucker gal. She does a lot of this as well. And believe it or not, for an old fuck like me, it's paying off and it's beneficial. It has made a difference. Like I said, has it grown? Do I have great big huge massive arms, or is my chest getting all big? No, but I've lost the weight off the front. The chest is toning up, the arms are toning up, and it's helping me. I've noticed a difference when I move. I've noticed a difference getting out of the truck. The biggest difference I've noticed is getting out of bed in the morning. Getting out of bed in the morning. Whereas I used to get out of bed, it would be like crick, crack, oh, and it would take me, 45 minutes and 3 cups of coffee to get moving. Now it's easier. It's a little better. You know what? Who says you can't teach old dogs new tricks? You're never too old. Throw a little fitness into your day. Hey, am I out there running marathons? Fuck no. Am I ever going to run a marathon? No. Absolutely not. But just parking my truck at the end of the night, doing some laps around the truck stop, just walking around, doing a little bit of lightweight work and some stretching. When you're doing nothing, that's a whole lot. And for me, that's a whole lot because I was doing jack. I was doing absolutely nothing. So there you go. There's not that I'm trying to, push fitness up, because believe me, I'm no fitness instructor. I'm no. I've been trying to eat, but Dar's been feeding me better. Not what I want to eat. She's feeding me what I probably should be eating, and doing a little bit of working out, light weights, a little bit of exercise, walking around, get your heart rate up. It's good. It's good. And if I can do it, you can do it. I don't know what the hell that is. It looks like a frame of some sort. He's just tootling right on down the road. Anyway, see you in a bit. Holy crap, boys and girls. What did we learn today? Well, we learned that trucking is a lifestyle. It's not just a career. It can be a life-ending career, but it's a lifestyle. What else did we learn? We learned that we need to keep physically fit. At least I do. I can't speak for... Oh, hold on, dropping the camera here. I can't speak for everybody, but I've noticed some of the benefits to being physically fit. So it's not so bad, although I'm a little sore now. Arms are a little sore after I finished shooting there and I had the weights. I'm going, oh, well, okay, so today wasn't an arm day, but I did it anyway. But, well, it's just, we learned today. You know what we learned today? We learned that if you ever come to Elyria, Ohio, and you deliver anywhere on Bond Street, they put a factory, and it's not a very big factory, but they put a factory right in the middle of residential, right in the middle of the street, I don't know what the fuck you want to call this. It looks like they're all the old wartime houses, but you literally have to, and all the people didn't make it easy. There's like right across from me, like I'm backed into the door and there's the street right here in front of us. And right across from me is the guy's driveway, right? And there's a house, and there's house there, house there, house there. It's just all the way down the street, all these houses and their driveways. And all these people put signs at the end of their driveway saying, do not put truck on driveway. And then they put great big rocks, like rocks the size of like fucking driver's seats at the end of their driveway, on both sides of the driveway, so you can't pull in or maneuver. So you literally have to go up to there's a little intersection there, go up to the intersection and come in on an angle and just kind of slowly back your way in. It's one of those, if I could show you, I would, but it's dark now. I don't know what time, it's about 9 o'clock. But obviously, this place was built back when they put these houses in, because it wouldn't make sense to put a factory or a warehouse in the middle of a residential area. This was all built at the same time, probably back in the 40s and 50s. I would have to say fucking 40s. Judging by that house there, I'd say fucking 30s. I don't know, but this is an old community. And this is an old building, and this is an old tired driver. Not bad. Not bad. We did 620. 620 miles today. I'm good with that. 620. And I'm going to bed now. Actually, I'm going to have my dinner. I'm going to give Dara a call, say goodnight and my I love yous, and then I'm going to bed. if you made it all the way this far. Thanks for watching, man. Hit the subscribe button, turn on your notifications, pound the shit out of that like button for me, would you? Would appreciate that. And we'll see you down the road.